So last Sunday, my family was hosting the usual bi-weekly dinner, which is always an interesting mix of opinions, lukewarm casseroles, and my aunt's running commentary on everyone's cholesterol. My cousin Jake arrived a bit late, but with the added surprise of bringing his new girlfriend, Willow. Now, Willow seemed perfectly pleasant, soft-spoken, friendly, and with a tote bag featuring a giant monstera leaf. When my mom complimented her bag, Willow smiled and said she was really into plants. I figured that meant she liked gardening, or maybe that she was one of those people who names their succulents. No big deal. Everything was normal until we sat down for dinner. As soon as we started passing around the mashed potatoes, Willow interrupted with, "Would you mind opening the blinds a bit more?" My dad, being the ever-gracious host, obliged. Willow actually repositioned her chair so she was in direct sunlight and said, "Ah, perfect. I can never get enough sun." She then closed her eyes and started tilting her face upward with this blissful expression, completely ignoring the conversation about the merits of sweet versus unsweet tea. My little brother whispered, "Is she meditating?" But Jake just shrugged, like this was totally standard behavior. Things got weirder when Willow pulled out a tiny spray bottle and started misting herself every few minutes. She explained, "Humidity helps me thrive." At this point, even Grandma, who once tried to eat a Tide Pod thinking it was a mint, looked concerned. To top it off, when dessert was served, Willow politely declined the pie and instead asked if she could have a little fertilizer for dessert. My dad, thinking she was joking, offered her some Miracle Grow from the garage, to which she replied, "Only organic, please." The rest of us just quietly agreed that maybe Jake had really outdone himself this time. But the moment that really sealed the deal was when Jake tried to hold her hand and she recoiled, saying, "Careful. My leaves are sensitive." At that point, I realized dating in 2024 is tough, but at least Willow was honest about her needs. Next time, though, I hope Jake brings home someone who's a little less photosensitive, because if I have to open one more blind, I'll be the one rooting for a blackout.